Have you ever stopped to wonder why some people live joyfully into their 90s, still walking with strength, laughing with friends, and living independently, while others in their late 70s already feel worn out, lonely, and dependent on others? It's a question that puzzles many of us. Two people, the same age, sometimes even in the same family, can live completely different lives in old age. One thrives, the other declines. Why does this happen? Is it all in the genes? Is it just good luck? Or could it be something far more within our control? The truth may surprise you. Most people don't pass away before 85 because their bodies simply wear out. They die younger because of small hidden habits, choices they repeat every single day, often without realizing how destructive they are. These habits slowly weaken the body, drain the spirit, and silently cut years off life. Even thousands of years ago, Socrates, the father of medicine, understood this. He famously said, "If we could give every individual the right amount of exercise, not too little and not too much, we would have found the safest way." This wisdom is even more urgent, especially after age 60. Because the habits we choose in our life decide whether we simply exist, or thrive into a So let me ask you a direct question. Backhand index pointing right each day, or have you slowed down too much? Backhand index pointing right. Do you take health checkups seriously, or avoid them because you feel fine? Backhand index pointing right. Do you still have a purpose that excites you, or are you just passing the time? Today, my dear friends, I want to share with you 5 deadly habits after 60 that silently shorten lives, and more importantly, how avoiding them can give you the best chance of living beyond 85. Not just longer, but with strength, joy, and meaning. But before we dive in, a small request. If you find value in learning how to live longer and healthier, please take a second to subscribe to this channel. Every week, I bring you simple, science-backed tips that can add not only years to your life, but life to your years. Now let's begin. 1. Stopping daily movement. The first deadly mistake after 60 is stopping daily activity. Many seniors think, now that I've retired, I deserve to rest. Rest is important, yes. But complete inactivity is dangerous. Think of your body as a car. Leave it unused in a garage for months, the tires flatten, the battery dies, the engine rusts. The same thing happens to your muscles, joints, and heart when you stop moving. I'll give you 2 real-life examples. Mr. Peterson, a retired teacher, spent his post-retirement days mostly sitting, reading, watching TV, and napping. Within 3 years, his legs grew weak, his back hurt constantly, and even climbing stairs became impossible. His doctor explained, "This isn't just aging. It's muscle loss from lack of movement." Now compare him to Mrs. Lopez. She also retired but made a different choice. Every morning she walked with her neighbors, spent afternoons gardening, and even danced on weekends. Today, in her late 70s, she still walks confidently and enjoys her independence. The lesson is clear: motion is medicine. You don't need heavy workouts or gym memberships. What matters is consistency. A 20 to 30-minute walk, gentle stretching, yoga, tai chi, or even gardening is enough to keep your muscles active and your joints flexible. Remember, when you stop moving, you start aging faster. 2. Skipping regular health checkups. The second deadly mistake is ignoring regular checkups. Many people tell me, "But I feel fine. Why go to the doctor?" My friends, let me be honest. Some of the deadliest diseases are silent. High blood pressure, diabetes, kidney disease, even certain cancers can hide for years without symptoms. By the time you feel something, it's often too late. Take the case of Mr. David. At 70, he felt perfectly healthy. He never visited a doctor. One morning, he collapsed with a sudden stroke. Later tests showed he had untreated high blood pressure for years. He simply didn't know. Now compare that with Helen. She took her yearly checkup seriously. At 68, her doctor noticed her cholesterol creeping up. She made small lifestyle changes, more walking, healthier meals, and mild medication. Today, at 80, she's active, sharp, and full of energy. That's the difference prevention makes. Checkups are not a waste of time, they are your insurance for a longer, healthier life. Blood pressure, cholesterol, sugar levels, bone density, heart tests, these simple screenings can spot problems before they grow dangerous. Please, don't wait for symptoms. Make annual checkups part of your life. 3. Isolation and loneliness. The third deadly mistake is falling into isolation. After 60, children are busy, friends may move away, and sadly, some loved ones pass on. Slowly, the social circle shrinks. Before you know it, you're alone more often than not. But loneliness is not just an emotional pain, it's a physical danger. Studies have shown loneliness increases the risk of heart disease, dementia, depression, and even early death. In fact, researchers say chronic loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Take Eleanor, a lovely woman who lost her husband at 72. She withdrew from social life, stopped attending gatherings, and spent most of her days indoors. Within a few years, her health declined, her memory weakened, and her spirit faded. Now consider George, who also lost his partner. Instead of retreating, he joined a library club, volunteered weekly, and even took up painting. At 80, he's cheerful, sharp, and surrounded by friends. The truth is, human connection is medicine for the soul and the body. Don't isolate yourself. Call a friend, join a group, volunteer, or use technology to connect. Even small conversations can brighten your spirit and strengthen your health. 4. Ignoring chronic health issues. The fourth deadly mistake is ignoring chronic problems. Too often, people say, it's just normal aging when they feel back pain, joint pain, or fatigue. But let me tell you, these are not signs to ignore. Chronic conditions like arthritis, diabetes, or high blood pressure don't stay still. Left untreated, they quietly grow worse until one day they explode into a crisis. I'll give you an example. Mrs. Brown suffered from arthritis but dismissed it, saying, "I'm old. Pain is normal." Because of this, she stopped moving, gained weight, and her pain only worsened. Eventually, she became dependent on a wheelchair. On the other hand, Mr. Harris was diagnosed with mild diabetes. Instead of ignoring it, he made changes, adjusted his diet, walked daily, and followed his doctor's advice. Today, at 82, he still drives, shops, and enjoys his independence. The message is simple: never ignore chronic problems. Manage them early, treat them consistently, and don't brush them aside. Small care today prevents big suffering tomorrow. 5. Living without purpose. And finally, the fifth deadly mistake: living without purpose. After retirement, many people say, "My work is done. Now I'll just pass time." But passing time without purpose is dangerous. Without something meaningful to wake up for each morning, life feels empty. The spirit weakens, and soon the body follows. Ruth, for example, retired and spent most of her days in front of the TV. She often said, "I'm just waiting now." Within 10 years, she became frail, depressed, and disconnected. Now look at Mr. Anand. After retirement, he began teaching math to children in his neighborhood. He often said, "They give me energy. I feel alive." At 84, he's still teaching, still full of vitality and joy. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand. It can be gardening, painting, mentoring, helping neighbors, or reading stories to grandchildren. The key is to have a reason to rise each morning. That sense of purpose keeps your mind sharp and your heart strong. Conclusion: the choice is yours. My dear friends, we've explored the 5 deadly habits after 60 that silently shorten lives. 1. Stopping daily movement. 2. Skipping health checkups. 3. Falling into loneliness. 4. Ignoring chronic problems. 5. Living without purpose. Now I ask you. Backhand index pointing right, which of these habits do you see in your own life? Backhand index pointing right, are you guilty of one of them, or have you already made changes to avoid them? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them, and your wisdom could inspire someone else to transform their life. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and join our growing family of seniors who believe life after 60 can still be powerful, joyful, and full of purpose. Every week, I share more tips and stories to help you add not just years to your life, but life to your years.